Hey guys, in today's video I wanted to talk to you all about Fortnite Battle Royale's newest update. This update added the Storm Flip item, vaulted the hunting rifle, and nerfed the boom bow. Starting off with the Storm Flip item, this is a thrown explosive weapon that explodes on impact and creates a sphere-shaped zone. Where the sphere overlaps with the storm, it will create a safe space, and where the sphere overlaps with a safe area, it will create a storm zone. The Storm Flip deals the same damage as the current storm, and it lasts for 20 seconds before disappearing. It is available in epic rarity. It can be found from floor loot, chests, and vending machine. Drops in stacks of 1, and it has a max size stack of 1. So the fact that this deals the same damage as the current storm is going to make it pretty useless at most points throughout the game, aside from late game, if you actually want to deal damage to the opponent. Where it's actually going to be pretty helpful is creating a safe area in the zone. For example, if you have a far zone and you have to heal in that, you could throw this down. It gives you 20 seconds. You could pop a chug in that time. You could pop medkits, whatever you have. You could throw it down a heal in the storm and then heal without taking damage. You could revive somebody in the storm potentially. You could throw it down and then get a reboot off using the reboot van potentially in the storm. There's a lot of ways in which you'll be able to use this. And even if you're just having a fight with somebody in the storm and you guys are kind of having like a cat and mouse game of who's going to wait longer, you could throw this on yourself and then you're going to be able to wait longer than the opponent and get shots on them pretty easily. What'll be interesting is if this makes it easier to see in the storm, like if it completely gets rid of the storm's visual effect 100%, if you're in this, or if it has its own visual effect. Same thing if you throw it at an enemy, will it create the storm visual effect? We'll have to see once it gets in game. But I think this will mainly be used for late game, and then like I said, some like specific situations if you need to heal in storm or fight in storm. The hunting rifle was vaulted. This was hinted at a while ago, and this is something that I actually talked about on stream. Everybody thought the heavy sniper was getting removed, but I thought it would be the hunting rifle. Since they just added the semi back, it's blue and green. Hunting rifle is also blue and green, so if they feel like there's too many snipers now, it made sense to vault the hunting rifle. I would have liked to see the suppressed or the heavy go as well, or maybe even just make it to where the heavy is only available in supply drops and vending machines like the RPG is now. I think that would go away to make it less annoying and just something that you run into less in game. The loot carriers are the things that are in the gold zones. You have reduced sniper rifle availability from 12.5 to 8 and reduced explosive availability from 12.5 to 7. So when you go to the gold zones, the likelihood of you breaking the drone and getting a sniper or an explosive weapon is slightly lower than it was in the past. Not too big of a deal, and it probably won't affect the game too much, but it will change how those gold locations play out. The mounted turret overheat now takes 20% longer, so you're going to be able to shoot 20% more than you would before. This is a buff to the turret. They can shoot a fifth of the time longer than they could before. No idea why they did this. They said in the patch notes, the mounted turret's usage has decreased over time. By slightly increasing the time before overheat, the goal is to increase its risk/reward. I don't know why they're buffing the mounted turret. I feel like they should just remove it and then we would no longer have it in our inventory. I don't think it will ever be an item that people like having in the game. It'll either be something that is kind of trash and nobody uses, or it'll be something that's incredibly annoying and kind of ruins the game. So I don't know why they even have this in the game still. They increased the max charge time on the boom bow from 1 second to 1.25 seconds. This is when you draw the bow back, how long it'll take for you to full pull the next arrow. So it was increased by 1/4 of a second, 25%. I don't think this will have too much of a impact on things. People will be able to spam out arrows less than they could in the past, but I feel like the main way that the bow is used and the main way that it's like really, really effective and what makes it so good wasn't changed. You're still going to be able to take advantage of that blast radius. I was hoping that they would just completely remove the blast radius, and I'm someone who really likes the bow, but whatever, this is what they did. I don't think it's enough of a nerf, and that the boom bow will still be an incredibly viable, really powerful weapon. And that's about it. One thing that's interesting that they did in this patch is players that are revived from a reboot van will lose their invincibility upon shooting or building. So if you are pushing players that were just rebooted, if they decide to shoot at you or if they build, they're no longer invincible. That's a great change. It should have been how it was at launch, but Epic doesn't really seem to think about things that just make sense to everybody when they make patches. Like, if you would have asked me, I would have said that's how it should have been from the get-go. It's very basic, but whatever. That's just not what they did. And then there's a whole host of bug fixes in this patch, but there was nothing too interesting as far as like these the bug fixes. It just is what it is. There's minor bugs fixed. The sword fight LTM is a thing. That's back, I guess. If people want to play that, that's cool. But that's basically it in this patch. Let me know what you guys think of it. I'm actually pretty happy with it. It's not as much as I would have liked to see, but it is a significant amount of changes, and we should see better gameplay overall. I think the storm flip item sounds good. It's going to be annoying to get this off spawn, though. I don't think I'll really be using it much in pubs, but in competitive matches, it sounds like it'll be very, very effective. But that's going to be it for this. Remember to drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you would like to see more. I'll see you guys another time. Thanks for watching. Alright, let's try to find the other guy right now. There we go. Lucky ass bloom. Wow, bro. That is the luckiest shit ever.